The College Football Playoff Committee is going to have quite the week ahead of them. In what is looking like their most difficult decision ever, they're going to have to make some controversial picks next week when deciding on which 12 teams should be reaching the College Football Playoff. We're going to get their next round of rankings in a few days, which will help give us a much better understanding of how they currently view certain teams. I know it might look a little different, but here's how I would rank the 12 teams ahead of the bracket reveal on Tuesday. But before we get to today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are you love college football, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe to one of the best college football communities here on YouTube. Now, I know these rankings are going to look a little bit different than the 12 we actually get on Tuesday, but this is if I had my own top 25 ranking and where I would have teams and where they would slot into my top 12. We're actually going to start this video at the very end at number 12. I'm going to have North Texas as my number 12 team. I think they take down Tulane in the American Conference title game, and I think they get one of the automatic bids for winning their conference. And for the number 11 seed, I'm going to have Virginia, who wins the ACC against Duke. Now, things are going to look a little confusing and dumb on Tuesday because in this scenario, in these rankings, the College Football Playoff Committee is still likely going to have Miami ranked, considering they're the highest ranked ACC team as of right now. So for the sake of this video, we're not going to do that because Miami, despite being the highest ranked team, they're not playing in the ACC title game. So I have Virginia being ranked at number 11 because I have them winning the ACC. Alright, so number 11 and number 12, those two are locked up. Let's get to the top 10 where things get really interesting. The last time I did my top 25 video, I had Indiana ranked at number 1. Nothing's changed. I think they have arguably the best win of the entire season as they went on the road and took down Oregon, so I have the Hoosiers ranked at number 1. At number 2, it's easy. I got Ohio State, and number 3 is really easy as well as I got Georgia. At number 4, I got Oregon, as I personally think they are the best one-loss team in all of college football. At number 5, I have Texas Tech. They have only one loss. They've looked really good so far this season. But I don't know, it just feels a little bit strange having them ranked this high. I know they have only one loss, they've been a top 10 team for majority of the season, but I just don't think Texas Tech is the 5th best team in the country. One spot behind them, I got Texas A&M after they lost to Texas this past weekend. At number 7, I have Oklahoma, and at number 8, I have Alabama. Now, honestly, as of right now, I do think Alabama is the better team compared to Oklahoma, but we do have a head-to-head result from this season where Oklahoma did beat Alabama, so because of that, I'm giving Oklahoma their respect, and I'm putting them one spot ahead of Alabama. At number 9, I have Ole Miss, and this is going to be a really interesting one to follow with the playoff committee on Tuesday night. They finished the season going 11-1. They were ranked number 7 in the playoff rankings last week, but with the loss of Lane Kiffin, I think it would be pretty irresponsible not to drop Ole Miss. Now I get it, it's not fair to the team. They had a fantastic season. They finished the year 11-1. They proved they are deserving of being one of the better teams in all of college football, but losing Lane Kiffin, losing whatever coaching staff they do have as of right now, I don't know who's staying, I don't know who's going, but I'm sure they're probably going to lose a lot. Ole Miss is not going to be the same team in that playoff game as they were these last couple of weeks. I saw a tweet, I forget where it was, but it essentially said that sportsbooks would change Ole Miss in a playoff game by 5 points, depending on who they play, if they were to lose Lane Kiffin. 5 points, that is a major swing. I mean, you're going from being potentially a 2 or 3 point underdog to an 8-9 point underdog. Or you're going from being a 3 or 4 point favorite to being an underdog. Again, it's not fair to Ole Miss and this team to dog them for losing Lane Kiffin and punish them, but if we're being realistic, if we're trying to figure out the 12 best teams, Ole Miss without Lane Kiffin, they're not going to be as good as they were with Lane Kiffin, so I could see them dropping a couple of spots. Now, there may be a video I make this week going more in depth on Ole Miss and whether or not they should drop a couple of spots in the playoff rankings. I honestly wouldn't be opposed to the argument of Ole Miss not even making the college football playoff. I know that's a hot take, I know that's not reasonable, and I know that's most likely not going to happen, but again, this Ole Miss team, they're not going to be all that great, and you might have a couple of other playoff teams that are more deserving that the playoff committee might view as a more challenging threat in a head-to-head matchup with some of these other teams. Again, I don't think the playoff committee goes that far, but I'm just saying if you're someone out there that believes Ole Miss should get dropped from the top 12 entirely, I'm not going to argue with you on that. So I definitely think Ole Miss is a team to follow on Tuesday in those rankings because they should have a home game that could get turned into an away game. The final team I have making it as of right now would be Vanderbilt. I truly believe that as of this moment, from what we've seen over the last month, Vanderbilt is a top 10 team in college football, and they should be deserving of a college football playoff spot. Now, I don't think the playoff committee is going to rank them this week. I don't think Vanderbilt is going to be ranked in the final top 12, but me personally, I think Vanderbilt is more than deserving. When you look at their losses, they lost to Alabama and Texas, two of the better teams in all of college football, and over the last month, they've been one of the hottest offenses in the entire country. I think Diego Pavia, honestly, should be the Heisman frontrunner, and I would love to see this Vanderbilt team make the college football playoff. Now, I know there are a couple of teams that did get left out of my top 12. I know the one that a lot of people are probably going to comment on is Notre Dame. I've been high on Notre Dame the last couple of months. If you've been watching my top 25 videos, you know that I'd be giving them praise. I was ranking them higher in my top 25s earlier in the season than AP poll voters were. I was giving them their credit. Now, they have been fantastic ever since losing their second game of the season to A&M. They've won 10 games in a row. They've been playing like one of the better teams in all of college football. But what exactly is Notre Dame's resume at this point? What is their best win? Their only ranked win as of right now is against USC. Now I get it, USC is a top 20 team in college football, so that is a decent win, but really, what is Notre Dame's next best win? Against a decent Pittsburgh team? The only two times Notre Dame played any good opponents this season, they lost. They lost to Miami and they lost to Texas A&M. Now I will say they did lose those games by a combined 4 points, but at the end of the day, Notre Dame lost against the two best teams they played. They have one top 25 victory. I still think they're going to make the college football playoff at the end of the day, but I don't think it should be a foregone conclusion that the Irish are deserving of being a top 12 team, because simply put, their resume just isn't all that impressive whatsoever. There are teams that are on the outside looking in that have by far better resumes than Notre Dame does. Another team I currently have just missing out is BYU. This is a team I think is going to be ranked on Tuesday. It's a team that's going to be very controversial depending on their matchup next weekend. If they beat Texas Tech in the Big 12 title game, they're in, no questions asked. If they lose to Texas Tech, well, this is another team that doesn't have a great resume. They do have a couple of top 25 victories. They have a victory over a top 15 team in Utah, a victory over a team in Arizona who's probably going to be ranked just outside of the top 20. So you do have two pretty decent wins. Honestly, you have a better resume than Notre Dame does. BYU, I have them just missing it as of right now, but again, that's my top 12. I'm trying to do the teams I think are the 12 best in college football at this moment. When it's all said and done, like I said on Tuesday, I think Notre Dame's going to be in there, and I think BYU is going to be in there. Well, that wraps it up for today's video. What are your thoughts on my top 12? Was there a team I had ranked too high, or was there a team that I had ranked too low? Also, was there a team that didn't crack this top 12 that should have been in here? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comment section down below. Before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. This is going to be a crazy week where we're going to be doing a lot of talking about the college football playoff. So for all the latest on how the 12-team bracket is going to look and all the latest news, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm, and it helps share this video and my channel with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.